All right, hello, and I welcome you back for another weekly edition of Stock Market Mutterings. This is for the week ending on August 12th, where I'll do my best to try to find you some quality trade setups. We had a great week trading last week in the trade room, off to a great start this month. So if you're sitting there, you're struggling, like I say every week, man, you got to step it up. If you want to be a successful trader, to endure the long term and everything that the market has to throw at you, you got to step it up. You can't just sit there like a little pansy, wandering around and stuff. You got to go straight to the source. You know, you got to get your game on. If you want to get your game on, visit thelincolnlist.com, click on the trade room tab. Okay, never mind. I just got ranting there. Just visit the trade room if you need some help. So let's talk about what we're looking at. The market's doing the old curveball. If you guys remember the old Pittsburgh Pirates, Kent Colby, remember that curveball yet? It's kind of thrown you that. We've been talking about these breakouts, and what's been interesting with the breakouts lately is, yes, they've been breaking out. Yes, the market's been bullish, but it hasn't had the consistency of follow-through. So what you were looking at here, where we left off last week, if you look down at the very bottom chart of the SPY, we were talking about 280, high 283s, 284 as another catalyst point that might get us, technically, back to January highs. Now, with all due respect, this was a pretty big move to begin with because it goes back a few days before that. If you look on August 2nd, I believe this is, it was down at the high 278s. So it made a pretty quick turnaround. Was having some really nice bullish days. Things were really looking good this week. Just a lot of clicking off, a lot of bullishness. Really thought we might see that. And then Friday, here you got that big old curveball because we're worried about freaking Turkey. Turkey, the whole market has about, I don't know, 3/4 of the market cap of Netflix or something. I mean, we're worried about Turkey, but that's what it did. It kind of sold off on that. And yeah, I don't want to put too much weight on that because the market was overextended, at least for the short term. It needed a rest. We were kind of pushing up to some technical levels there, kind of fell short of that. So again, Monday will kind of confirm whether this was a bogus story that meant nothing whatsoever, or if there's going to be further selling. Now, if we do that, we're planted right now on the daily chart. You look below, is right between, my eyes are weakening here, but I think we're between the 10 and 20 moving average there on the daily chart. So maybe if you get under the 20, you can start looking down towards let me give you some numbers instead of just guessing here, 280. Maybe you get back to that 280, which was once the original breakout point. We will find out. My crystal ball doesn't work either. We shall see in time. So let's talk about stocks. Enough of that, because it doesn't matter. This is a market where stuff just goes when it wants to go, and you better be in it. That's all there is to it. The market could be down because Friday, even the market was selling off practically the whole day. You had huge stuff: TTD, OLED, Wayfair, Baba, LULU. I mean, you had all kinds of stuff, and that's where I want to start out. I want to start out with LULU because I want you to just get a load of this daily chart. No matter what's been happening, it just continues to find a way to go up. And sometimes stocks do that, but this is done in an orderly fashion. And the move that you saw Friday, closing up at highs, and oh look, it just kind of hit a print up there at 131 while I'm doing this on Friday. I can't stop this beast. But anyway, you're right there at a breakout. The highs were 130.50, I believe that was. I'm going to get you the exact, I think on 7/9, yeah, 130.49 on July 9th was the previous high. You had rejection of that on 7/17, and then here you are right back at it, closing, just about right there. So that's the number, guys. I think you start taking 130.5. That's going to be 3 times if it does that on Monday. The 130.5 goes, you're going to get a move. You're going to get a move out of this stock. Now, I don't know what kind of move it would be when you're starting to compare what a lot of us day traders trade, like Netflix, Tesla, Google, Amazon. It might not deliver you the heat like that, but there's money there. You just put the size on it. I think you're going to see a really nice move. Keep LULU on there. That's my top play going into the week. I really like the way that daily chart is looking on LULU. Another one here that does have range and is very temperamental, and I say temperamental because when it wants to do what it wants to do, it does such. Spot. Now, Spot had some pretty good news on Thursday. If you look at the top chart, this is the intraday look on Thursday. Big move, held it the entire day. Was not able to build on that Friday, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes these things need to rest, and in fact, that's better if they rest rather than just continue to go vertical. Nice look here through 190. I like this. I like this through 190. Look at your daily chart below 190. There is no resistance until you get back to 727 highs, which is 196.56. And then you have I believe this is the all-time high, 726, which is $198, $199. So there's your resistances. I mean, you got, what, $9 in this bad boy? Watch it. Look for that move. Wait for it to confirm and do it. Now, if some of these earnings players have taken some days off, one I really like is this PAYC, a la soda-like, which I'm going to get to in just a minute, probably next. This thing has just been flagging. Look at your daily chart below. Big earnings pop going from 105 to 134. And then it's just been sitting right here. If we clear these upper resistances, which isn't too far away, 136.80, I think you got yourself a good trade here too. Just like a LULU. You got yourself, plus you got risk there. That's pretty good. You can stop out underneath of these bars here, which is like 133. You don't have a whole lot in that. You could get a pretty nice move on it. Again, some of the volume intraday, if you look at the upper chart, little sketchy. Maybe this is something that fits the profile more of a swing trade or something like that. But watch it. I want you to watch it. And then I did say soda, didn't I? I did say soda. Soda. I don't know what. This must be. This thing is like on energy drink soda. Like Mountain Dew with extra sugar. I don't know what to say. I've been watching this thing all week long. I took one shot at it short, and it was like pulling teeth to get a dime. And that's always the sign of a strong stock. You know, we talk a lot of technical analysis. I know there's a lot of new people watching these videos and stuff like that, or whatever. And sometimes even the pros that's been around for a while, we forget the basics. Common sense is your best indicator. When you get into a stock that's super strong, going vertical or whatever, you short it. If the thing can't peel off a couple of pennies for you after it went $9, I mean, what else are you going to say about that? It's just not the time. I'm looking for a short on this, obviously, just because it's up hella lots. 83 to 128 this week. I mean, just what a move. I mean, what a move on this thing. I'm going to need some signals. Like today was pretty good. You got a vert that popped over 128, and you see late in the day it fades. So I'm going to need a setup like that. I can't give you some numbers because it really depends on how Soda wants to play out, but this is definitely something I want to look at short. I think the money is to the short side now. That could change in any minute, but we'll just kind of see if the 125 area can start breaking down. And then NVDA. NVDA has earnings coming up here 16th. I don't know what day the 16th. I'm going to look at the calendar. Thursday. That'll be Thursday. Watch this one. Watch. I'm very interested in it. Really interested to see how it runs to earnings. Interested to see how it is after earnings. I mean, look at crap like TTD. Just going bonkers. So watch this thing. So I'm going to give you a recap of my market mutterings because you're going to need my mutters. You probably all wore out after this whole Tesla fiasco, which I touched on. Visit the website. Take a look at Happy Hour. You got my comments on there. I'm going to give you the rundown. LULU long, spot long, PAYC long, Soda short, NVIDIA, we'll see. Now those have to confirm LULU, spot, and PAYC. They're going to have to do some work. Maybe the market opens up really crappy and sells off next week and none of that works. We'll have to think of something else. That's what we do as traders. We prepare, but we have to be prepared for what we can't prepare for. For the unprepared, we must be prepared. So if you need that kind of help, make sure you visit thelincolnlist.com. Thanks for watching this week's Market Mutterings. If you have questions, concerns, comments, anything, send it my way at support@thelincolnlist.com. Until next week, trade well, take care.